Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider office with some more cider to try. So not in the shed for the time being. We'll be back in the shed though, because I like the shed very much. So we're up here in the office with something to try from Somerset. And I picked it up last week before last, from Hex. Old school cider makers. I think they've been going since about 1840. I think the shop I went to has been there since like the 1890s. So they've been around for about 180 years. I think it's 6 generations. So I was dealing with William, who was very nice, very kind, talked about various things. And I'd ordered several boxes for a camera event. And when I went in there, I noticed on the shelf all these bottles that looked like this. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And we talked about it for a while. And he is doing sort of like pet nat style stuff and Keeved. So this is a Keeved cider. It's a Yarlington Mill Keeved cider, grown, pressed and bottled by Hex Cider of Street, Somerset. Yarlington Mill is a late season bittersweet apple that makes high quality cider. 5%, so relatively low ABV due to the keeving process by which you inhibit fermentation. So it stops before all the sugar's been turned to alcohol. So you have lower alcohol and residual sugar. You know, it's like the French, it's called the French way of doing things, but people do it in this country. And I've done for many years. It just died out a bit, really became less popular. I love Keeved cider. So French ciders I love, Normandy, Breton, that style of thing. This is made in that style, but using a very traditional English apple, Yarlington Mill from South Somerset. So let's open this up. So I'm in my office. So if this blows up, that's a lot worse than if it blows up in my shed. Because in my shed, it's easy to clean up. This is a shed. But there are soft furnishings and the like around here. So I'm going to be very careful and try not to, if I can get this wire undone. What have I done here? Have I made a mess of it? Have I made a mess of it? Have I made a mess of it? Oh no, I haven't made a mess of it. What are you worried about? It's fine. Hang on, let's try and get this off. Come on. Come on. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. There we go. Right, so let's see how fizzy this is. Oh, not too much. Not too much. Way. That took a while, but smoking gun. There was a pop when it came out. I'm glad it didn't fly out, but flipping heck, that took a little bit of work. Anyway, back to where we were. So in the cider salon tasting glass, let's pour it out. So yeah, I assume it's pet nat. I assume, don't know for sure. But I tell you what, it's a gorgeous colour. It's a gorgeous colour. Look at that. It's almost like, I mean, on the screen it looks a bit more orange, but to me it's almost like a coppery orangey red. Beautiful looking thing. Hazy, unfiltered, nice bubbles, and it's returning the head. Very nice indeed. So what do I expect? I expect from Keeved cider that sort of ta-ta-tam sorted apple character. Let's find out. Yeah, it's there. It's absolutely there. Hang on. Yeah, it's a hint of pastry, that big deep apple character. It's really rich actually. It's pretty intense. I mean, it's a bitter sweet, so low acidity Yarlington Mill, bringing more tannins. So when I drink it, I expect to have reasonable tannins, which would make me think more like a Breton style, which to my mind always has a slightly more tannic character than a Normandy style. But it depends on the producer and lots of other things. But let's have a taste. Bubbles are lovely, fabulous. It's a bit too cold of anything, but yeah, as I suspected, quite forthright tannins. Definitely soft tannin, so lots of squeakiness on the teeth. I'm detecting a slight hard tannin, soft hard tannin on the back, so it's just like a little bit of bitterness. Just a bit though, nothing wrong with it at all. It's great. It's what I want from a Yarlington mill. I want some tannic structure. Oh man. A little bit of acidity, a bit of minerality. If anything, I'm serving it too cold. I'm drinking it too cold. So as it warms up, I expect it to evolve a bit. But, I tell you what, that is not a bad Keeved cider by any stretch. There some other things on the nose as well. I should have took it out of the fridge earlier. Never mind. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy drinking that. I didn't get loads of bottles. I got a few and I've drank one. But they go up on the website, if you want to get one and try it, go for it. Absolutely go for it. If you like French Keeved ciders or Keeved cider in general, I highly recommend. If anything, the bubbles are on the slightly high end for me. They're quite fine. It's a fine mousse because I assume it's, you know, with natural bottles bubbles rather than forced carbonation, you tend to get a smaller bubble. With forced carbonation, tend to be bigger, like stuff you get in Coca-Cola. It's a bit more painful on the tongue. This is lighter than that, but me like. There's something else in there as well. It's almost like a rubbery thing. That sounds derogatory. I don't mean to be derogatory. I like it, but it's almost like a pencil eraser rubber kind of character to it or something. But let's see how it evolves as I drink it. But I'm going to drink it pretty fast, I imagine, so it better evolve pretty sharpish. There you go. Yarlington Mill, Keeved cider from Hex. We like. So thank you for joining me in my cider office. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.